Hello, welcome to episode 287 of the Epic Film Challenge American Reunion. This is the fourth main film in the American Pie series, but the seventh overall, because there were actually 3 direct-to-video sequels, not starring anyone from the main cast except for Jim's dad. Anyway, the American Pie films were very much a product of the 90s. It was kind of like the hallmark teen sex comedy of the 90s. And that scene where he sticks his knob in a pie is one of the most iconic scenes from the 90s in film, unfortunately. I quite like the films, you know, they're fun and a little funny. The first 3, American Pie, American Pie 2 and American Wedding. And now they decided 12 years later or 13 years later to make another one. And it was alright, it was pretty funny. At first it was just kind of like, hey look, here's these characters again, and you know, and it wasn't that funny in the beginning, I think, but it got into its stride. Obviously the plot is there's a high school reunion, so all the main characters meet up again, now they're in their 30s and stuff, and have a couple of wild days. The thing I didn't like about it was that they get into the usual antics that you'd expect from the other films, only I'd think, okay, 1, you've been through all these antics before, so you should know how to avoid them. 2, you're like 30 now. Like there's a scene where Jim, the main character, he's driving home this young girl who's 18, who used to babysit when she was a kid, and she wants to get it on with him. So she's taking her top off, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing?" And then she puts her face down in his crotch. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" At no point does he just lift her off and push her off. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing? No, don't do that." And I'm like, it's like one of those scenes where you're like, just move her, just pick her up and move her and put her shirt back on. But he doesn't. He's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do."
She tossed her dress out.
Ah, that's right. She tossed her dress out of the yeah. But still, like, oh, I don't know, like. But that's what that's what makes it funny, I guess. But it was cool seeing all the characters again and whatever, and it was pretty fun. There's a bit where like one of the characters, I was trying to remember it so I could bring it up in this review actually, but I've forgotten. One of the characters says something like, "Oh, you know, like nostalgia, it's never quite as good, like when you revisit it, like later on," or something like that, and it just summed up the film. You know what I mean? Bit of a nostalgia act, but I enjoyed it overall. It was a fun little film. And yeah, that's all I really got to say about it. Pretty good. Oh, I give it a 7 out of 10 as far as stupid comedies go.
More than Silent House?
Huh?
You give it more than Silent House?
Yeah, I guess so. Just because there's more going on, just, you know, you can have fun watching it, I suppose.
I'd probably give it a 7 as well, which is less than Silent House. It was better than I thought it would be. I thought them being old and American Pie getting really old, you know, they're not gonna go around and make another Back to the Future. Though that would be awesome with the original. Okay, that's not, you can't even compare it. They're not gonna go around and make another series of Friends. They're like 40 now or something. Doesn't really matter. But point is, what were they thinking? It turned out alright. It turned out good, but like, Jesus, it's just getting old, isn't it? Then again, there are always high school reunions, so it kind of makes sense. Stifler's the ass he's always been. Finch, aka Shitbreak, is a fucking geek and a loser. Oz is the little gay guy he's always been, but straight. And then you have, what's his name?
Jim.
Who's grown a beard.
Oh, the other guy, yeah.
See, you don't even remember his name.
I didn't remember most of their names, to be honest.
Kevin? Ken?
Yeah, I think.
Kevin, I think. Married to a girl who wants him to watch girl flicks, chick flicks with him, so he's stuck in that kind of relationship, but it turns out that that's a good thing. And of course Jim, married to Michelle, who stuck a flute up her ass. One time at the band camp. You know this one time at band camp? She said that. She stuck a flute up her thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was her ass or the other part, but it was somewhere up there. Down, up and the down.
Just intercut. There's a scene for anyone who's thinking about watching this film where you see Jim's knob in all its glory. He's just wearing a t-shirt. And yeah, and two girls come in. He's like, "Oh God!" So he covers his knob with a saucepan dish, not dish, a saucepan lid. And she's like, "You realise that's see-through, right?" And he looks down, and yep, there it is, squashed up against it. And you see the little tip there, just poking out. And Connie was just leaned over to me and said, "Well, he's circumcised."
No, someone's circumcised.
Well, someone's circumcised. Yeah, that was a bit like, oh, okay, there it is, on a 50-foot screen.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd get to see that, but we get to see a lot of stuff. But then again, it's American Pie, isn't it? It's bound to get a little bit more... It was alright. Like I said, I guess I'll give it a 7. Part of me wants to give it a 6.5, but I'll stick to 7. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I'll probably watch it again in a few years and laugh. I laughed a few times. It was funny.
Okay, thanks for watching.